on another round of righteous readings where I do righteous readings for you guys, my beautiful avid viewers. Having a good evening, day, wherever you are in your neck of the woods. So we are going to do the live for the week. Let me get my ankles a little bit better up here because this is... Okay, so we're going to do all signs for all 12 you beautiful people. For the week, we are doing the week of the 20th through to the 28th of March. We are going to start with the sign of Aries today, and we are going to go with a preordained list to keep everything a little bit more simple and free-flowing. So I hope that will work for everyone today. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it and find out what's going for the week for the first sign in line, which is Aries. Remember guys, this will contain messages for all of your placements, so that's your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and Mercury as well, which is all about your communication and how we communicate, as well as many other aspects and effects. You'd be quite surprised how much communication really does express and how we understand. So let's look at the week for Aries. We're going to be pulling, as I said, from March 20th through to the 28th. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late, guys. One of the kids is caught the cold the other kid had, and we're dealing with that. It's always something in my neck of the woods. Alright. So let's look at Aries now for the week. 20th through to the 28th. He's having me complete no matter what. Find out. Let's see. Oh, it's always something. Aries is coming to big decisions. Big decisions for Aries, and you're going to be making the tough ones I see here. Some are not going to be easy, but they're all going to be necessary. Is going to be the week. The whole underlying energy for Aries for the week, for the 20th through to the 28th of March, is that of the Six of Wands. For Aries, we are getting much accolades from the cloud. We are getting a lot of support systems here. We are feeling very, very much a buzz, I want to say, with the energy, with the vibration, with the electricity that's within the air. It's all about you. All eyes are on you right now, Aries. And you're receiving a lot of feedback, whether that's through, people expressing it through vocabulary and communication of their words, or whether it's through actual physical, like, lots of hugs and pats on back, kisses on cheek and shake hands. Whether it's through them sort of movements or action-based things that really are fluffing, I guess you could say, and really cooing your internal system of your desires, if that makes sense to you. It's really igniting the fire inside of you. Let's break down the week for Aries and have a look day by day, sort of. So we're looking at Monday and Tuesday, the 20th and the 21st for Aries. So we're starting off the week pretty strong with the Page of Swords. This is being very vigilant and a need here to find knowledge or answers to questions that are less than understood, known, or that are secret. So we're being a bit, a bit detective here on this one, or really looking for the cues through things like body language or subtle cues that are less than obvious. But more importantly, we are doing a lot of research right now. We are, checking facts and figures and holding people's word to strong regard. I wouldn't be fluffing my words to an Aries on the Monday or Tuesday, because they'll see straight through that. Their analytical side will be sort of on that very quick, and it won't be easy to sort of fluff it away as you would normally with an Aries, because they're so fiery on things. So be warned with that for the other signs. Wednesday and Thursday, the 22nd and the 23rd for Aries. Now we move into the Eight of Cups. This is actively walking away, making that tough decision that yes, there may be more abundance to be had. It may be quite plentiful even right now. But 8 is not 10. I will not settle for such, and I must make that decision to just cut it and walk away flat chat. There isn't much debate here. There is no sense of open-endedness or, you know, holding on to it in any way either. It's a real sense of cutting yourself off and out very quick, very deep, and very severely, and just walking flat chat away. Being very determined with that fact, Aries. Let's go to the Friday and the Saturday now. So we're looking at the 24th and the 25th now for Aries. And now we kick on to the King of Cups, but it is inverted. Look, we're being a bit of a drama king here. We're being a bit of a drama, and we're being a bit withdrawn. Hello, Melissa. How are you going, my darling? Oh, thank you. Oh, it's so great to see you, my darling. Oh, I hope you're doing well. Yes, it's very early here in my neck of the woods. Where are we pushing now? About 5 a.m. on a Monday morning now. So, yes, I got up a little bit early before the children so I could do the live, because it's been a bit touch and go the last 24 hours. We've got some children that are sick with coughs and things, so it's all thrown me out. But we push onwards and upwards as we always do through the thick of it. And we're always in the thick of it, my love. So for Aries with that King of Cups reversed, there is a sense here of not being very in touch with emotions either, I've got to say, and being a bit opportunistic and sort of looking for things that you may not really be warranted to have. There's a sense of entitlement here, I guess is what I'm saying. A sense of ego of, I can do that, I can have that. And there's a sense of privilege, I guess you could say. It's coming off a bit crass with everyone else and a little bit, So be wary of that, Aries, throughout the week. Rounding off your week for the Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, the 26th, the 27th and 28th for the end of March is that Five of Wands for Aries. And this is where those battles come from with the King of Cups reverse. I feel that being a bit egotistical might rub people up the wrong way, because rounding out the week is that Five of Wands. This is the battles. This is going at it thick, hard and fast, meeting with a lot of contradictionaries, meeting with a lot of other people's opinions, thoughts that are just really cutting you deep and hard, my dear Aries. Oh, exactly, I do agree. Oh, we try our very best. It's a balancing act on the best of days, but we manage. I must admit, I feel a bit tired today and a little bit, my energy is a little flat, so I won't be my probably bubbly self as much as usual. It's been a long week, and even though I'm coming off my weekend, I still feel like I need more rest. And maybe that's how Aries will feel at the end of this week too, because I'm looking at that Five of Wands card, and even though these look like some sort of circus acrobatic people and having quite much fun, they make me feel exhausted. And Aries, you might be feeling a lot like that too, like you've done the circus and the full bit. You might just need a rest by the week's end. I don't think I'm up for that. Not at all. Maybe Aries isn't either. But there's a sense of really needing to juggle things here and manage things that are way out of your control and way more intense than what you expect, and much more fiery than what you probably anticipated. So Aries, if I was you, I'd be a little bit careful, especially about rubbing people up the wrong way by the week's end, because it might come back to bite you in the wall before it's over. Ooh, be careful with that one. Next sign in line we are going to do is Cancer crabs. Yes, I must, I will be having an early night, so tonight. I've just got to get through today. I've got a pretty calm day today, so I'm just going to take it nice and easy, go slow, get through it, and pace myself a bit more this week, I think. I went a bit too hard and fast early last week, so by week's end I was got to pace myself a bit more, keep it a bit more cool and calm on the Monday and Tuesday, so you can still got the longevity to get through that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I was done in by Wednesday last week. Couldn't do it. Let's have a look at the crabs now for Cancer's week. I've got a funny feeling that Cancers are going to have a pretty out there week. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I've got a funny feeling. Also, massive congratulations actually to a Cancer that I know, to a lovely lass, Julia D, a friend of mine that's in chats in many of the channels. She's expecting her first child and she's getting married in May. So massive congratulations to her. We wish her the very, very best with the birth of baby, as well as to her, coming wedding in May. So yes, very exciting stuff for Julia. 2023 is going to be definitely a year to remember for her. And Yes, since she's a Cancer, she came to mind. Ooh, let's have a look for Cancer's week. Wow. Everyone wants to get a bit inspired, I think, this week. But I think everyone's getting a little bit held back by things. And the reason I say that is we've got a lot of pages. We had a page come through the first reading, we've got a page come through now. But the underlying energy for the last reading was a 6. It was the 6 of Wands. We've got another 6 on this one, but it's the 6 of Swords. Sixes are funny numbers because they really are about trying to get beyond it, getting through it, or getting the accolades for doing such a thing. So let's look at it. Cancer, like I said, the 6 of Swords. This is very much trying to get through it though, trying to get beyond it, really being met with some choppy waters, some real tough seas, some real issues, especially in the mind, in the intellect, in the subconscious, things telling you that you can't, anxiety beating you, things breaking you down, a lot of shadow of self, of things that you just have had issue with for a long time, I feel. There's a sense here of meeting the mind in the middle, I want to say. And we're pushing beyond that point now, Cancer. We're going through it because even underneath that is the Ace of Swords. Really opening of the mind, really opening it up to play, really meeting it in the middle and being brave enough to really face it head on where otherwise you may have, cringed or run away or mentally just closed that door because you weren't physically strong enough or mentally capable to deal with that shit right now. Now you are. You're literally going to cross this river. You're going to get through this sea. And you're finally going to beat something that was otherwise a blockage or just a door that was closed forever, it seemed. It's finally going to get opened. Let's break down your week because it starts off a little bit rough, I've got to say, Cancer. So the 20th and the 21st, the Monday and Tuesday, we start off with the Empress reverse. A lot of Venus energy here, but when it's inverted, there is a sense here of lacking in the beauty, lacking in seeing it, feeling it, and being part of that maternal mother. There's a sense here of lacking in nurturing ability or lacking in the ability to even see it, want it, or have it. There's a sense of lacking in growth here, or things not being plentiful, or things not looking lifelike. There's a sense of dark, dreary, nothing to grow, and no want to need to. There's a sense here of going through a bit of that null sort of stage, maybe a bit of almost depression-like, but feeling pretty down and out, not seeing that there's much light at the end of the tunnel at this point at the beginning of the week. But I'm seeing your mind shift changes, and I think that's where it all begins for you, Cancer, because on the Wednesday and Thursday, the 22nd and 23rd, now we've got Leo's major come through. Strength card. This is where you find the tenacity, courage, strength, and will to want to do it, to need to do it, whether you want to or not. It's finding that gumption, it's finding that traction to get out of bed in the morning, even though you may just want to stay there. It's knowing that you are strong enough and then proving the point by doing such. And it's finding that infinite amount of strength and energy because it's within you and you're using what is manageable. You're not expending yourself acting all, hyper and crazy. You're just managing, and you're doing so in a concurrent way. That's giving you much gumption. As we travel through for the Friday and the Saturday, on 24th and 25th for Cancer, inspiration hits the light bulb with the Page of Wands. This is, I want to say, getting back to the fun side, the funky of Cancer, maybe even some childlike wonder as well. I want to say finding the magic again in life, and I don't mean that extreme that you're going in the backyard looking for fairies and mushrooms and things of that nature. But what I mean is you're getting back into the roots of what used to make you happy as a child, maybe sharing that with family or friends of younger varieties, or just doing some silly things yourself. For some of you, I want to say, if you ever played sport or did anything like music or band or something crazy like that, you might be having a little, tussle with the flute, or, a little round with the soccer ball or something over that period of time on the Friday and Saturday, and just getting in touch with your playfulness, the fun side, and just letting go, just having the desire to not really care and just be a part of it and just enjoy it. There's no real, No need to win it, just be in it. Yeah, fairies and mushrooms. You can go looking for fairies and mushrooms if you like. I'm not saying that you can't, but you're not necessarily going to be need to do that. But whatever twinkles your sparkle, that's fine by me. Seeing out Cancer's week though, the Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, the 27th, 26th, 27th, 28th. Now we have the Knight of Pentacles reverse. There is a sense though for Cancer as we come into the end of the week, we are going into a state of repose or in Rita. There's a sense of any growth or security that we've brought up to this point. It's gone a little stagnant, it's gone a little in Rita, it's gone a little on its head. The Knight of Pentacles, when it's upright, is a long running card. It goes by the length of time in years. It's a longevity card at best. But when it's on its head, my golly, she ain't going nowhere ever. So there is a sense here of being on your head. There's a sense of not really banking, building or maturing or developing. Any sense of security, monetary growth or worrying about it, I want to say at this moment. I feel like you just want to enjoy the fun of it. You want to enjoy just getting through, getting by, managing things and having that strength and tenacity to just do it even when you don't feel beautiful about it. And it's not all about the growth, baby. It's more about the Page of Wands, having the fun and enjoying the moment rather than what that moment brings in the next. It's the here and now rather than the next or the future. It's a change. It's a change of desire. It's a change of aspect. I like it. I think it's a good thing, Cancer. I think it's a better way to be and it's a more simplified way of thinking. And I think it might work good for you. So keep that in mind. You never know. Taurus now for the Darling Bolts. We'll find out what's coming in for your week. Hopefully you guys are having a good one. Weeks are travelling fast this March. I must admit we are just about to see out the end of it now. And then we'll be going into April. It's going to be a crazy couple of months coming up, I tell you people. I'm very excited, especially with Easter and everything coming up too. So yes, we do look forward to all of the things to come this year. Lots of things still to enjoy this year. And Taurus, of course, that would be your birthday month because you are, of course, the next one to be coming through. Seven of Wands reversed. Did want to pop its face out. I'm going to put it back. But we'll keep that in mind for the reading, just in case that does come back out again. Because we do like to just keep that in mind, don't we? I know Easter is so close, honestly, and I've got it in my head quite firmly because my son's birthday, that's on the 9th, falls on Easter Sunday this year because you know how Easter changes. So yeah, sometimes it doesn't fall on his birthday, sometimes it does, and this year it has. So I'm planning a birthday as well as Easter celebrations this year. So yes, it's going to be interesting. A couple of years ago, my eldest, when it was his 16th, fell on Good Friday, so we had a big all fish and sort of thing for his birthday. It was really weird, but yeah, different. It was he didn't really like it because he doesn't like fish, but we kind of made it work. You got to do what you got to do when your birthday falls on an event like that. You just you don't argue with that sort of thing, I'm afraid. You just go with it, and that's what I said to him, and that's what we did. Oh dear. Taurus, wow, this is looking a little bit like what we just had with Cancer, but it's all different and way on its head or reversed in the opposite, and I'll explain to you in a minute, and you're going to find this very amusing, I think. The underlying energy for Taurus, I do, yes I do. I've got two in the April area, so yeah, it's scary because I've got the Aries and then I've got the Taurus because he's right on the cusp. So and my Taurus son is the eldest. He's got a lot of Taurus placements. 3 of his big 4 in his natal chart are all Taurus placements. So he is one of the most grounded, stubborn, we'll say dedicated people I've ever met. He is so, yes, you can't tell him otherwise, that's for sure. Oh dear. Speaking of Taurus, the Page of Pentacles reversed for the underlying energy for your week. There's a sense here of not putting in any skill. This week we want things to come easy, freely, without any force. And that's a pretty typical Taurus. That's okay, honey, no worries. Taurus, you're being a little cheeky and you're being a little you, but you're being a little bit outspoken maybe about it. You don't want to do anything for your money, skill, security, nothing right now. If anything, you're actually being a little cheeky and saying, I'm actually not meeting obligations. For example, if you're meant to be doing some sort of course, you're not showing up, or you're not ticking the boxes this week, it's sort of like, it will take care of itself. I'm not gonna play the game, I guess you could say. You're being a little bit fickle this week. And the reason I say that is because of everything that's in front of me. The Monday and Tuesday, the 20th and 21st. Yeah, we start off with the Six of Swords reversed now, so you're going to see a lot of what we just saw in the last one, but the opposite way. When it's inverted, the Six of Swords, we are not beating our anxieties. We are not breaking through what is holding us in the shadow or in the cloud of our subconscious. The drawer that remains shut will remain that way. It's not going to get opened anytime soon. And when we go to look at it, we are met with true fear, with true anxiety, with crippling. We're just not able to go beyond it. Our mind tells us no. And I'm seeing Taurus, you're met with frustration again, because it's like, I just want to deal with it, get over it, brush it away, but you just can't. It's just not time yet. Because Wednesday and Thursday, the 22nd and 23rd, now we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is really putting all of your energy, especially all of your time, effort, and anything else into building what security you have, or banking more in the things that you've got going at the moment. Investments, I feel, will be big for you, or any type of, schemes or things that you've got on the side as hobbies, or, money quick scheme type things, or anything that brings back a good return pretty quick off the buck. This is really putting all the asset into that right now, building something quick and fast, but that's plentiful, an amount that can be cashed out and used kind of quickly kind of thing. There's a sense of needing to move money here, I feel, for some reason. I don't really know why, but there's a sense of needing to message money somewhere, to move from one place to another, or to build it quickly in one place. And I think that might be because things are changing very quickly for you. On Friday and Saturday, the 24th and 25th, we've got another page now. There's the Page of Wands reversed. See, this is much like before. But with the Page of Wands reversed, there is a sense here of wanting things and not knowing what the hell it is you actually want, Taurus. It's seen for example, the toy catalogue come out, and every damn toy you want, and you want it quite furiously. You don't need every single one, but it's the fact you've seen it and you're like that child in the candy store. You've got to have it. There's a unhealthy desire for everything right now, and you're over gluttonizing that side of you. You're over desiring and over indulging in that sense of pleasure through stupidity, I want to say, or through silly spending, or through wasting money or asset in some ways through desired things that are just willy-nilly. And I'm seeing you're going to quickly realize that too, because on the Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, the 26th, 27th and 28th, rounding out the week for Taurus, Aquarius is major arcana, the star inverted. Much unhappiness, much realization that hope has not been fulfilled, or wishes. And I'm seeing here, it's because you were wishing for the wrong thing, sweetheart. It wasn't the fact that the idea was wrong, perhaps, or, well, maybe everything was a little bit wrong. But I feel like the wish itself just wasn't asked right. And it's not the fact that you should give up on wishing ever again. I think you just need to get in touch with yourself a little bit better, Taurus, and know what it truly is in self that brings you joy, fulfillment, and happiness. Is it all the riches of materialistic gain, or having all the wealth of the world sitting under your bed? Or is it being able to beat some of these anxiety-filled things you have inside your head, which you just can't seem to get beyond? And to take your mind off these real issues you can't beat yourself or deal with right now. You're investing in things that are fickle and that are just putting a band-aid solution over a much bigger issue. This isn't about spending money or putting your things into idealistic dreams. It's about the fact you're trying to distract yourself from the fact that you're trying to beat something that you just can't beat yourself. And I think you've got to realise that, sweeties. Otherwise, by the week's end, after everything you've done and spent and blah, 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 you're still not going to be happy. You're still going to be really, really upset and pretty emotionally cut, but you're also going to be broke. Whereas at the beginning of the week, you had them things, but you had probably some money to go with that depression. You know what I mean? It's not going to help spending to put a band-aid on it. You got to deal with the real problem, which is whatever this anxiety-filled thing is that you just can't beat, which is causing a lot of issue for you. And just be honest with self about that. And if you need help, seek that. Nothing to be ashamed of about that. Libra, let's check out your week. But yes, I think people always get a little bit fearful of saying like they can't beat something in their own head sometimes, and just, it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing for people. We're not all knowing, and sometimes it does take talking to someone else to understand that. You know, you might not be, all crazy or all stressed about something on your own. Other people might be facing the exact same challenges you are too. So just try to keep that in mind, Taurus. Let's look at Libra now and see what's coming in for the scales week. Hopefully they're having a very balanced one. We like it when the scales are balanced. No one likes out of black scales. All right, Libra. Wow, what is with the Knights? Libra, what are you guys doing? God, you're all about the Pentacle this week, honey. Ooh. Wow. Jeez, that's something else. Wow, Libra's going to be having a little bit of a hard week, I think. Challenges. The underlying energy for your week is that of the Seven Wands reverse. Yeah, we're not making the gains here against some of the issues or people that we're sort of debating against in life at the moment. The whole underlying energy for the week is not winning. It's coming off second best. It's really feeling out of sync, I want to say. You don't feel very calm in your zone. You don't feel very balanced, I actually want to say, Libra, to be honest. You feel very out of your zen. Your ying's out of your yang. It's a real sense of just things aren't flowing well, not in a centered place, and everything is just not winning it. You're losing the battles. You're not coming across with good argument maybe to issues or whatever the problem is. You're not expressing well. Everything is just getting lost in the sauce. Everything is not getting across well. And the whole week is like that for you, unfortunately. You're going to have a hard one. The Monday and Tuesday, the 20th and 21st, we start off again with this Knight of Pentacles reverse. Everyone's seeing this dude this week. Everyone's in a state of inrita, or going in a state of status, or, we're not going nowhere. We're in the bubble. And we don't want to come out. And you're starting the week like that, Libra. And I feel that's because there's something that's got to be dealt with and you don't want to deal with it. And you're just thinking, I just want to turn my phone off, lock the door, turn the lights out, draw the blinds and pretend I'm not home. Who cares if they come for me? I'm not here. But you're going to have to face the music, I feel. And when you do, it's a real battle of wits and worry. Because when we come into that Wednesday and Thursday, the 22nd and 23rd, I feel like you met with some badass energy. We've got the King of Pentacles come in reversed here. This is a corrupt individual, someone that is very much a scammer, or someone that's corrupt, someone that's all about getting a penny or a dime off someone else's back. This is someone that's very grifty, someone that's very quick at sleight of hand, someone that might literally be a pickpocketer, or someone that's very good in accounting and is very suave in the finer facts and figures. This could even be someone that works in a bank or someone reputable. It doesn't have to be someone that literally looks like a dark grub in the lair somewhere. This is just someone that's very good at doing underhanded things, or things that are maybe more of the illegal variety, for example. This is an individual to be a little bit careful of and not get caught up in. And I feel like this is why you were in a state of Amrita, Libra, because you knew this person was coming, or that you may have an interaction with them. And I feel like that's why you were trying to just, I don't want to, so I'm just going to hide under the covers for 2 days. But there was a sense of having to come out from under the doona, and like you feared, I feel like you're going to be met with this individual, and there's going to be words, we'll say words, because on Friday and Saturday, the 24th and 25th, Libra, it's the Two of Wands. Like all twos, they are the fork in the road. Oh, thank you. And that's so true. I do agree exactly with that. And you really should. Energy is a big thing. And I feel like even for Libra here, there is going to be a spentness. There's going to be an absolute, when you meet with this King of Pentacles reverse, it's going to be like a depletion of your energy, of your vibe, it's going to be like the dark cloud sort of settles on you. Because when that Friday and Saturday comes in, you can't deny it anymore, and you come to that realization of, holy shit, Two of Wands. This is having to make that decision like all twos are. It's the fork in the road. It's the meeting of the two. You can't go both. You can't go straight. You must make a decision of right or left. And it's that need to take off the rosy colored glasses, take off what you've been telling yourself, and to make that tough decision for what you truly want, not what you bloody got. But bloody be careful, Libra, because you may make a mistake here, because on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, the 26th, 27th and 28th, will I say mistake? Or it may be actually exactly what you were meant to do, actually, because we round out the week with the hard one. It is the Five of Pentacles. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you some bullshit that you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what the card means, which is desolation, loss. Pentacle is your monetary materialism. So you don't have to be a genius or a scientist to know that obviously you're either going to lose your job position and or have some flack from this. And is it going to be extensive and real jarring? I'm going to actually say probably yes. But is it going to stay that way forever? Hell no. For the weekend, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, yeah, it's going to feel pretty raw. It's going to feel pretty painful, and you're going to feel pretty bad about how the situation's gone. You may even regret that you went the way you did, and da-da-da. I'm telling you not to be so hard on yourself, not to beat yourself up that you've made this decision in regards to this because of this King of Pentacles reverse. Because I'm telling you, you've made the right decision. It's just a process here. And it's totally normal to feel that at that time, because that's when it's happened. That's when the repercussions of that action are just come into play. Of course you're going to feel that way. Anyone would. It doesn't mean you did the wrong thing. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't do that or wish that you didn't. Further information. Yeah. The Fool reverse. The additional I want to tell you, Libra, is do not be neglectful of your true responsibility right now, the truth of yourself. Don't be foolish. Don't be neglectful, and don't be stupid, in all honesty. Be truthful to yourself. Don't be blinded by what you are being told. Go with what you know to be true. And act would be my other advice. And act diligently on that advice. It's a hard week, Libra. I'm not going to lie to you. That is a really, really hard week. And I can see that there are going to be some repercussions of decisions made. But it doesn't mean that you made the wrong decisions. So just keep that in mind as you travel through your week, because it's going to be a hard one for you. Ooh, Sagittarius is next. Let's see what's coming in for my beautiful Saggies. Hopefully you guys will be having a good week. Everyone seems to be having a bit of a rickety week this week. March has been full of madness. I've got to admit it, guys. March has been crazy. All the readings for the weeklies have been pretty intense. Well, not intense, but yeah, intense. They've had pretty strong storylines, I want to say. So it's interesting. Let's look at Sagittarius for the 20th through to the 28th of March, as we really are seeing, Knight of Wands reversed. Battles that aren't ending, perhaps. That's not what we want to hear, Sagittarius, but we just keep that in our mind, because that was very popping out. Ooh, wow, this is interesting too. But this is very much a different storyline and different cards to what we've had before. So, Saggy, we're definitely not recouping what we've just done. Oh, it's something, that's for sure. We've got a few majors here too. It's the way they look too, because it goes inverted, upright, inverted, upright, inverted, and the underlying energy is upright. They're completely mirrored opposites. Oh, you're seeing them out. The underlying energy for Sagittarius for the whole week is the Three of Wands. This is the active card of waiting for, the next surf, waiting for the ship to come in, as they say, waiting for the desire, for the outcome, for the action to come to me, for that outcome to come to be. There's a desire here, and I feel like it's been burning for a long time to have this opportunity or this option, or just to get beyond a point where there is greener pastures or a new wave or something that we haven't been able to see or experience yet. There's a sense of wanting it before the dawn of the next day. Is that waiting very much till sunset at twilight, sort of saying, well, the sun's about to leave the sky. Another day's done. Let's bring it in home now. Let's make this happen. I've done my due diligence. I've waited patiently, and now I'm ready. I'm here. Let's do it. And I feel like you're very much on the cusp of it. Just, you can almost taste it. It's like so close to you. Exactly, they are, isn't it? That is the most beautiful twilight sunset colours, I must admit. This deck is one of the most inspirational for its beautiful, just artistic works, and the colours are so rich. But I've got to make a poignant point with that Nine of Wands that did come out reversed during the pre-shuffle. There is a sense here of being met with a lot of battles. Battles I feel like you didn't see coming out of the woodwork, coming from the sides, I want to say. It's not seeing the peripheral vision. It's like tunnel vision, you know what I mean? And it's sort of like coming from the sides. On Monday and Tuesday, the 20th and 21st, we start off the week with Judgment inverted. So a major arcana card here. There is a sense of starting the week in not a sense of ignorance, but in a sense of what's done is done and let's move on. There's a sense of wanting to do it, done it, and dust it off. There's a sense of not wanting to, replenish it, reanimate it, for example, and bring it back into like animation, life with fruition. What's done is what I want to say, like ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It's like what's been is done and now it's gone. We're not going to rehash this. We don't need to keep discussing this, and there's definitely no need to keep bringing up judgment on this. Like the beginning of the week is a bit of a sense of, why are you going to keep bringing that up? Like that's been done. That was over 20 years ago, or there was, I replaced that. There's a sense here of being trying to reanimate something that you feel is well and done atonement for, or has well done its due judgment. It's like that is null and void. There's no need to cast any judgment there, because that's been served. That's been time served. On Wednesday and Thursday, the 22nd and 23rd, from there, we're manifesting the Magician. This is great, because I feel that Wednesday and Thursday is all about creation, invention, but more importantly, having everything there that you need to bring in whatever it is that you're doing during this period of time. For some of you, I want to say you're doing something maybe creative, or going into a new, aspect of work, something that's very, very plentiful. And I feel like you're going to master this like a magician. It's going to be magical. Things are going to be seamlessly flowing, and everything's going to fuse well. You're going to be a real multitasker as well. You're going to be very fluent. You're going to be like all hands while mouth's moving. You're going to be, everything's coming into alignment and richness, and it's all just fluxing and flowing. It's going to be very productive for you during this time, so use that time well. Coming in the Friday and Saturday, the 24th and 25th for Saggy, we then come in with the Two of Swords reverse. So this is having a choice that needs to be made, or overlooking something that needed to be seen. There's a little bit of sense of, like I said before, coming from the sides, something coming from the sides and sort of pulling you off guard, making you feel a little hoodwinked, making you feel a little bit, yes, exactly, a positive, definitely. I don't feel like this is going to hurt you though, Sagittarius. I feel like it's more, oops, I didn't see that coming, and now I've got to sort of deal with that, and I didn't even see it happen. I don't think it's going to be all that bad for you though, because when we look at the Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, and we pop in the end of the week through the 28th, the Ace of Swords comes in behind that. I feel like from this oversightness, from this thing that comes from the sides and sort of pulls you off guard or makes you need to deal with it and sort of pulls you up from whatever it is that you're doing and creating at this time and really invested in, is something that's actually going to open your intuition or your mental capabilities to understand something that you've not understood before, or see it from a different light, because it's very much being enlightened mentally, whereas the Two of Swords reverse is very much being hoodwinked and taken from the sides. I feel like when you're caught off guard, especially mentally, and you're sort of taken aback for a minute, there's something to be learnt from the process that you wouldn't have seen otherwise. And there's much intuition, much understanding to be had here. It's a real force. It's a real triumph for you mentally, because it's something that you wouldn't have understood unless this sort of happened in the process that it did. And I've seen that it's going to be a positive. It's just going to take you back for a minute that you just didn't see it, or maybe didn't understand it from that perspective before. It's insight through mental way of seeing things. It's a different point of view. So that's going to be a little bit interesting, I think. And I wonder how it's going to catch you off guard. Interesting. And the next sign will be Scorpio. Let's see what's coming for your week, my darling Scorpios. But yes, at least your week's not too bad, I don't think. At least you didn't have that Knight of Pentacles reverse come through, because that's come through a bit tonight. I don't know what's with that. Let's check out Scorpio's week now for the 20th through to the 28th. Hopefully you're having a very good week for Scorpios. Let's check it out. Wow, Scorpios are having a bit of a week like Sagittarius, actually. But again, like we've had before, inverted the other way around. So that's very interesting. Very interesting. It's like everyone's having similar weeks, but on its head, opposite kind of thing. Very strange. Very, very strange. It is very challenging. And Sagittarius have really had a real run for it. Like my best friend, he's a Saggy, and he's been put through the absolute ringer for quite some time now. And it's not even his fault. A lot of the time it's just shit going on around him, and he gets pulled into it, or it's family drama, or it's someone else's bullshit. And it's like, oh, how did that mud even get flipped on you? Like, you're 10 blocks in that direction and still the shit it's, I feel so sorry for the poor bugger. He's going, you can't take a break. It seems like no matter where you go, water from downhill is going to get you. It's the thick of it. And I feel so sorry for Sagittarius placements at the moment, because I feel like you've all gone through it in some way or form across the board. It's unfair. For Scorpios, let's check out your week. Underlying energy, that Page of Pentacles. So we're trying to put skill in somewhere. We're trying to get some advancement in something that we need to know, or something we can build knowledge on to make either more money, to advance our career, or maybe something in regards to home. For some of you, I even want to say home maintenance or building of home, or just general maintenance of the home. It's wanting to gain some sort of knowledge that we can use for skill that will benefit in some way, whether that's monetary or knowledge-wise, either, maybe both. Scorpio's week, Monday and Tuesday, the 20th and 21st, starts off with a bit of a hitch. The Three of Wands reversed. Start off your week, Scorpio, with a realization that something that we wanted, desired, something we had waited for, and I feel like you'd waited your time well and long, really, yes, is not coming in. It's that realization that something we may have even paid for, bought, or something that we'd really put a lot of hope and faith into, it's gone bust. It's gone to rack and ruin. It's never going to come through. It's gone lame. It's just not happening. And from that, I feel like you're going to bore a lot of issue, because on Wednesday and Thursday, the 22nd and 23rd, Scorpio, we've got the Nine of Wands. This is being met with a lot of battles and being in the thick of those battles. It's not over by a long shot. You might be having a little bit of respite, repose, a bit of a breather in between, but by God, it's not over by a long shot. They're coming back for round 2. And there's decisions that need to be made very quickly, I feel, Scorpio, because Friday and Saturday, the 24th and 25th, we're now met with the Two of Swords upright this time. This is that sense of needing force, needing to make a decision, but on the quick, on the fly. It's being a little bit confused. It's being a little bit irritated and a little bit, out of yourself. But it's the need to make a choice now, before those birds get you, before the issue surmounts you, before it attacks you, because it's about to happen. You've got point something of a second to make a decision. It's time to do it. Snap quick. There really is a sense here for you guys, Scorpio, that you need to make a decision, and you need to make it now, and you need to do it with the best intellect that you can, but you need to be pretty quick and snappy about it. To sit on it will be like to make no decision at all. There will be repercussions, because Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, the 26th, 27th and 28th, rounding out the week, the Magician reversed. This is underhandedness. This is being left with the cookie jar, saying you will not touch it, and eating the whole thing. This is using a lot of underhandedness to get what we want. This is being a bit of a trickster. This is being a bit conniving, cunning, or a bit sleight of hand. This is smiling while grabbing money out of someone's purse. This is being very cheeky about it. And I'm seeing Scorpio, it's all because of a lot of things you've had to deal with, maybe some snap decisions that have come from that, all because something just didn't come in for you. I feel like the warning for you this week is, do not let this change your character or who you are. Yes, things do F up sometimes. And yes, sometimes we can't get through the thick of issues or ever get on the right page with someone or ever get someone to see our point of view, example. And yes, because of this, sometimes we need to make snap decisions. We may say things we don't mean, or we may have real issue come from that, where we don't feel supported and we may feel very isolated. But it doesn't mean that you need to turn into the monster. It doesn't mean that you need to become the trickster, become Loki and go loco. You still need to stay true to yourself. You can't blame all the situation for going rogue, basically. Well, that's what it's warning you not to do anyway, because that won't change anything. You'll still have the same circumstance. You'll just be a bit of an underhanded rogue person now as well. So, yeah. Don't do underhandedness. Don't be a trickster. Stay true to yourself, and you'll be right, Scorps. That would be my advice for you this week. And chin up, baby, as you go through that crazy week. Virgo, sometimes I don't know what to say. It's like, I know you're going to have the worst week ever, and I hope it goes really, really well, but you just got to punch on through that one and hope for the best. And that's going to be one of those ones, I think. That's the best way I can put it. It will get better, because, every experience and things that we go through, we grow from. We all grow from. So we'll be bigger, better, stronger next week. The Virgos now. Let's see what's coming for the 20th through to the 28th of March, the week for the Virgos. Hopefully Virgos will have a calmer week. It seems like all the signs are going through some stuff this week, but we will see. The Virgo. Oh, okay. They're starting at so, wow. Well, they're having a good week. Virgo's pulling it out the bag. They're having the week so far. The underlying energy is strong. It's Cancer's major. It is the Chariot. Whoa, Virgo, you're taking off like boom, boom. No holding a Virgo down this week. No stopping it and stand at their way. When they're driving, they may run you over or straight through you. They're on the path. They're on the warpath. They're sniffing out the money, honey. They've got a direction, a course. They are on the track and they are running. Their movement. They are adversity, they are triumph, they are balance, they are full fluent. Look at those horses go. Like this is getting shit done. This is not making no apologies. Virgo, you are just pushing through any barrier, any issue. It's just full steam ahead, toot toot. We're not going to stop. We're not going to worry. We're not going to digress. We are. It doesn't matter. I like it. Monday and Tuesday, the 20th and 21st, and it all starts from here, I feel, Virgo. The Eight of Pentacles. This is putting in the skill that is needed to get that money and to bang it out meticulously. It's doing a bit of repetitiveness, but it's doing it to your best and brilliant. And it's doing it in such a way where you're like a well-oiled machine. You're good at what you do. You're meticulous at what you do, and you are bloody good at it. And I want to say, Virgo, you kind of know you are too. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But I feel like you're showing it to your best and brilliant, and you're actually putting out a lot of like quota or volume to your good work, and it's really getting some attention, because on Wednesday and Thursday, the 22nd and 23rd, we come from the Eight of Pentacles into a Six of Wands, Virgo. Everyone's looking at you. They are seeing your brilliance. They are seeing your capability, your ability, just everything that you can do. And they're appreciative, and they're showing that in full regard. They're putting you on the pedestal. They're putting you on stage. You are getting your moment of shine time. Everything is really all eyes on you, Virgo, and I feel like you're really lapping it up. You're really like, oh, thank God they can finally see that I am rather brilliant. And you really are getting the accolades for a lot of work I think that you've done that has not been seen for a very, very long time. It's about time. On Friday and Saturday, the 24th and 25th, I feel like you may ruffle some people's feathers in the workplace though, because then we go to the Five of Wands. Yeah, people don't like it when people get parades and things in their honour or name. And I feel like some people are going to be meeting you in the coffee room to discuss that. I feel like these are people that really just want to rain on your shiny, give you a little bit of issue. I don't think it's really going to be any issue at all. I feel like it's already been dealt with before their mouths are even opened. And the reason I say that is because Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, the 26th, 27th, 28th, you're the all-seeing and all-knowing. And, you know, if you've got Virgo placement in your Mercury, wow, because that would be a very, very strong week for you this week, because we have the Mercurian card come through here with the Page of Swords. This is the all-knowing, and if we don't know it, by God, there's a book that has it, and I'm going to go read it right now. It's if I don't know it, I'll find out right now, and if it's to be known, I will know it within the hour. Facts are the feature of the end of the week for Virgo, and you can't deny or debate, really, someone that's got all the facts and figures, all the knowledge, and that's what you're doing, Virgo. You're backing it up with actual knowledge, with real ideas, real factual information, real put together stuff. You may be even doing a little bit of a presentation on all of this, leading up to sort of next week's beginning, and really pushing that home, because whatever you're doing this week, wherever you're putting your investment in, you're shining, baby. You're bringing it home, and you're doing it in effortless, like, just, you're fancy, love. You're fancy. Virgos, you're so damn fancy. So fancy this week. And why I'm thinking of it, very special Virgo friend of the channel, a beautiful eclipse chaser, lovely CJ, this week did have her operation, and I did hear that she was doing well, but then had a bit of a setback, and is still recouping very, very much after that operation. So I did want to give a mad mention out to CJ that I hope she is recouping very, very well. I've been getting updates actually from Pisces Love 5 on quite regular occasions, just to make sure she is doing well, so I'm not bothering her too much over a recuperation stage. But we do wish her a very best and mad healing and much love during this very difficult time as she's recuperating from surgery. So to CJ, I love you so much, my soul sister, and I really do hope that you heal up very, very quickly, being a very avid Virgo. So placement, of course, for CJ. So Yes, it's going to be a very interesting week for Virgo. I think that's all-knowing, all-ability by the week's end. So what you don't know, you soon will. Oh, speaking of the twins, now we're going to Gemini. Let's see what's coming in for your week, Gemini. As long as it's not more stressful things, we'll be fine. As long as it's a week with less appointments. I'd like that. I'd like a week off. I don't think they're allowed. Let's see what's coming in for Gemini for the 20th through to the 28th. As we're getting very close now to the end of March. For Gemini. Let's see what the funky twins are up to this week. Ooh. Doing a little crazy. Oh, I like it. Oh, I like it. Oh, yes, I like it. I like it. Gemini, about bloody time. It's about time you funky twins got into some fun without all this dread and dilemma and just, I don't even know how to explain it, what you've been doing, but it's been dreary. It's hard to hear when people aren't doing after surgery because, yeah, she was doing when she had a bit of a setback, so we wish her all the very best. I've been thinking about her madly all week, but yes, we fingers crossed she's back on her feet in no time and she'll be back joining us. And yeah, we love CJ. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman. She's lovely. Gemini, your week is a little crazy, but it's a good crazy and it's about time. The underlying energy is the Ace of Swords reverse. Geminis, we're not using our knowledge here so much, or we're not using force here. We're not speaking our truth maybe as well. We're being a little reserved, we're biting our tongue, we're holding on to things a little bit. Yeah, I know. I just noticed that a little bit as well. It's sort of gone a little bit weird all of a sudden. So yes, the life may be sort of going a little bit wonky. I just love it when things decide to go technologically challenged and decide to do its own thing. It's always something, I must admit. It's always something. Maybe that's your problem, Gemini. Maybe communication's actually gone a little bit rough and awry this week. Maybe everything's a little spotty because the Ace of Swords can also be a little bit in communication sphere too. Like, you know, I'm always dealing with that shit. On Monday and Tuesday, the 20th and 21st, Gemini, starting off the week with the Fool, you know, we just want to have fun. We just want to go off, have fun, have flurry, be maybe a bit neglectful. We don't really want to deal with responsibilities or obligations. We want to make choices, do it as we feel, as we want, as we decide. And not say sorry, really. Just do it as we want. Wednesday and Thursday, the 22nd, 23rd for Gems, the King of Pentacles. Being very smart around money. We know how to have fun or how to go out with, you know, be a bit foolish. But we know also where to bank it or where to store our money. We don't spend big, I want to say. If anything, we do so frugally. There's a sense of banking it for tomorrow, not spending it today. And I feel like there's an alternative motive to why you're doing that. Because on Friday and Saturday, the 24th and 25th, we come into the Two of Cups. Gemini, you've been keeping secrets because the Two of Cups is very much that unionship. It's coming into alignment, coming into an agreement, to a contractual agreement perhaps, or into an engagement, or into something that's, you know, a little bit not so contractual, but there's still an agreement in place. There's some sort of meeting of the two, coming together as one and really moving forward in that direction. I feel like this is very positive for Gemini, even if it's not as big as a relationship or a big business merger or anything like that. Even if it's just finding a friend, having someone you can call upon, or someone close to you, or some sort of reconnection there, it's very good and very positive, I feel. And seeing out the week, it's bringing in more positivity from that. Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, the 26th, 27th and 28th, is the Six of Cups reverse. So this is bringing in lots of nostalgia from the past, but bringing it into the here and now and moving forward. It's bringing in positivity through positive thinking. So we're looking at everything with glass half full energy and mentality, and therefore everything is becoming a lot more positive. Therefore, there's a sense of, you know, why look at it as glass half empty? I'm going glass half full, and it's going to be a positive outcome. It's going to be a better way to see things. And I feel like you're also bringing in a lot of nostalgia, a lot of love, or a lot of things you enjoyed from the past into the here and now, or into the soon-to-be future. So I like that. Bringing in some joy, bringing in some sort of happiness, some sort of joy. Sentiment, that's what I was looking for, actually, sentiment from the past. Leo, we're doing the luscious lions now. I've got a funny feeling for Leos. You're going to have a hectic week. I don't know why. I got that feeling, guys. So I'm going to say that now before the cards are even drawn. I've got a funny feeling. Leo's going to have a hard one, I think. But we will see. Let's look at Leo, 20th through to the 28th. For the luscious sign of Leo. For all the placements, what's coming in for Leos. Oh, that's interesting. Let's have a look what that was. Oh, I love it when they go flying everywhere. That's always good fun. Then we get to go fishing. Oh, these are interesting cards. We must look at these. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, okay. So, Leo, you've got your own little storyline going on here. Let me just make sure I got all of them. Yeah, I thought I did. Wow, okay. Oh, Leo, did you do something naughty, crazy? I reckon one of you, someone out there definitely did. The whole underlying energy for Leo's week with the King of Cups. Being very warm, gifting for something or someone. But I feel like you've got a lot more emotion towards it than what you're really showing or putting out there. Death stick time. You're being a bit held back or not being as open about it as what you really feel, or is speaking from the heart about how much you truly are emotionally invested into this person, place, or thing. I feel like a lot of you, it's a person. There's someone that has really rekindled your inspiration or devotion or sentiment into connection once again. I feel like for some Leos, that candle has been, how can I put it, like extinguished, that candle for love or to want to have a companionship. Or do you know how you get to that point in life sometimes when, you know, you've had a rough time with love and it's not worked out well, and I think everyone has had this at some point. Like you just come to the realization where, you know, you just don't want to even try anymore. You just want to have a break from that. You just want to be on your own maybe, or whatever it is for you. But you sort of extinguish the candle of, you know, thinking, hoping, wishing that's ever going to come in. You just sort of like, whatever. And I feel like for some Leos, that might have been what you did. Maybe it wasn't to that degree at all either. But nothing was in at the time. And now there's something has, you know, wafted your way. Something has rekindled that spark. Something has made you want to give something a go. I feel like this is a real good thing. It's really sparked something that's been dormant or had been forgotten for quite some time. And this is why I say it, because it's a massive reading for Leo. So starting off your week, Monday, Tuesday, 20th and 21st, the Lovers. Gemini's Major Arcana. Like I said, the beating heart that has not beaten for a while is about to go boom, boom. And I feel like it's about to pump straight out of your chest, Leo. You're alive again. You're alive. And you're happy. And you want to gift everything to this because it's been a long time, I feel. And on the Wednesday, Thursday, the 22nd, 23rd, you start to the Six of Pentacles reverse. This is a sense of gifting a lot to something, but it may not be equal 50-50. There's a sense of a little bit of one-sidedness here. And I feel like it might be your side that's gifting a lot, because as we travel through Friday and Saturday, 24th, 25th, the Four of Pentacles reverse now. So with the Six of Pentacles reverse and the Four of Pentacles reverse, there is a sense here of inequality. It's not equal or balanced, and that you are gifting more than the other. With the Four of Pentacles reverse, it's not cleaving hold of your money. You're gifting everything and the kitchen sink to this. Everything. This is a massive warning, and it would be a warning as it is just read like that. But there's another card to reaffirm my belief. Do you want to see what it is? It's the bloody Seven of Swords. Thief card. Now, you know, out of 7, they're getting away with 5. They're getting away with a good portion. But the reason I'm not like freaking out and screaming at the camera is because seeing out the week with that Sunday, Monday and Tuesday to the 28th, Coming in with that Seven of Swords is Libra's major. It is justice. Dessert is best served cold or sweet or something. I don't know. But this is just desserts. This is getting your ice cream with that cherry on the top. This is what you deserve. You did something underhanded, stole, did something bad, and there will be repercussions. Justice is going to come, and she will come in fair, she will come in equilibrium, she will be just, and she will do her due diligence. But for that 5 out of 7 swords you took from me is exactly what you're going to pay back to me in just cause, in balanced act, in retributional stance. I feel for Leo there is someone that needs to be made a example of. I do not feel that you are the 7 of Swords here. I do feel that you are in love or taken a foot or, a bit out of your normal space where you are on point and due diligent and a bit more full of foresight, Leo. And you got caught up in it. You got caught up in it and you gifted way too much to it, and you could see it was unbalanced, I feel. But you didn't want to admit it. And as quickly as the week went by, there were repercussions that needed to be dished out and realizations that needed to be drawn swords on, I feel. And they were. It just took you a minute to admit it because you just wanted to enjoy what you felt for a moment. And I feel for you, Leo. I do feel for you there. We all have moments in life, I feel, where we want to do that. Oh, Pisces is next. The fishy friends, the fishy familiars. Let's see what's coming in for Pisces. And of course, always a mad shout out to Pisces, our 5-hour crazy Piscean friend. We do love our fishies. Let's see what's coming for 24. What was that card? The Queen of Cups reverse wanted to show her face. This is someone that can be a bit emotionally unstable, a bit fickle, a bit childlike too. Wants what they want it now. They can be a little bit, I feel like it might be one of your children or someone that's acting very childlike, Pisces, this week. We will see. Let's check out your week. Oh, wow, shit. Oh, wow. Oh, the 5s have been coming through a lot today too. Oh, God, Pisces, you always throw me through the ringer. Yes. Oh, your moon sign. Oh, that would be very interesting, actually, moon sign, to be honest, Pisces. All in the subconscious, all in the feels too. Very connected through emotion. And the moon being all of your emotional sphere, that is a very deep intuitive connection through very much inspirational and insight through the spirit. I like that, actually. I wish my moon had a nice placement like that. I'm in Leo, my moon, so yeah, my moon's all about gluttonization, egotistic nature, and me and glitter. So glitter bomb me and say it's all about me, and then my moon is good. That's really all I need in life. Just let a bomb glitter at me and go, it's all about you, and I should be good to go for the next 12 months. Really weird placement of Leo moon, I think. It's I think Pisces, actually, that would be much more intuitively useful, and yes, much more go-getter. I like that one, actually. Pisces week, though, is Sagittarius and Major Arcana on its head. It is Temperance inverted. Pisces, we're lacking in balance. We're lacking in temperance. We're lacking in patience and frugality. That kid in the candy store thing I was just saying, that's kind of you all week. I want it now. It's my turn now. Why me, not now? Really having a bit of a bit of the dummy, I guess you could say, kicking the shitties. You're having a bit of a moment this week, throughout the week. You just want things to hurry up. You want it to happen now. You're being a bit impatient, and you're just stamping your feet and being a bit spitting the dummy. Why are you doing that? I'm not quite sure, though. Exactly. because your week doesn't look that bad, really. You've had worse weeks, Pisces. Trust me, we've read them. But we'll have a look and break it down. Maybe there's something there I can't see. Monday, Tuesday, the 20th and 21st for Pisces week, the Two of Cups. So it starts off with a bang. A unionship, a coming together, a partnership, a commitment of sorts, a meeting of the hands, a unionship of contractual maybe degree. For a lot of you, I think this is a career start or coming together with some sort of new idea, venture or creation that it will give you a leg up. It's something that's needed. I feel like this is something that is very critical for you right now. This is a partnership that needs to be brokered. It's something that needs to come together. There's not much choice in this. It's a need and necessity, not really a want. But it's a good thing, because on the Wednesday and Thursday, the 22nd, 23rd, the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like born from this Two of Cups. Exactly. Oh, and once you get into all those house placements and things, it is crazy. Like, all my kids are they have the craziest placements, and a lot of them have them in set placements. It's yes, I really want to do a second channel eventually, actually, all about natal planets and all the natal chart placements of the planets and the house systems, because it absolutely fascinates me, something fierce. But yeah, I will never ever know all of that there is to know about astrology and the stars, because there's just so much. Hello, Dan, darling. How are you doing? Yes, the natal is important, my darling. You must know your placements, love. Dan, Pisces, love 5. Beautiful beings. Good to see you all travelling through. Who were we doing? Oh, shit, we were doing Pisces. So that's bloody good timing. What can I say? I lost my place for a bit. I started talking, you see. I got off my point. But no, good to see all of you. So I hope you're all having a wonderful week in your neck of the woods. I'm here, so that's good. Yes, Melissa's here and everyone's here. That's very good. But hopefully everyone's doing well. But Pisces, what were we saying about you? Yes, right. I get off point. Two of Cups, which was that contractual agreement, leads to much abundance through wanting to invest in skill, invest time in growth and getting things right, I feel. Pisces, I feel like it's all coming together and you want to make growth from it. It's like I made that step in the right direction. I brought it together with this agreement or this unionship. And now I want to make it grow. Now I want to use this in its time, in its cycles, to have the growth, to have use the best of the gumption by which it's come from. And I feel like that might be a good choice, because for Pisces on Friday and the Saturday, the 24th and 25th, we go into the Five of Swords. This is that mental battle. This is being met with maybe some anxiety, fear, maybe a little bit of depression or dark thoughts of meaning. For some, maybe a little bit of mental madness. It's being met with some anxiety, fear that we can't, or a block, a fear of not being enough, or being told that we're not enough, or some sort of conditioning here of the person. It's being met with some real fears and real obligation as to whether you can fulfill or whether you can move forward with the Pisces. And I feel like you can. I feel like you've got to back yourself, and more importantly, you've got to be your own support system sometimes. And I know that's easy to say, especially when you're in the thick of stuff like this and you really don't feel maybe the best mentally, or you feel quite alone and isolated. But I feel like you know in yourself that you are so much more than what you're being told, or what your way of thinking is directing you down, if that makes sense. Because I feel like a lot of what you're facing is outsiders' view, conditioning you, or just knocking you down when you're probably having a bit of a bad day. Because as we see out the week, the Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, 26th, 27th and 28th, it is the King of Wands reverse. This is a bit of a shit person, I've got to say. Like, this isn't a person that you would really want to give a shit about. This is a person that's very much about me, I. They have a desire to groom, entertain, and to divulge in themselves. This is that Leo moon. This is me, I. This is, I'm the glitter, I'm the gloss, and you're, what? Who the hell are you? Anyway, who are you? This is being really up yourself. This is that, like, Your ass swallowed the carrot and some. It's like you've got to get a go. That's a terrible analogy, Red, but leave someone red-faced. But anyways, sure it will. Definitely. But this is someone that's a little full of themselves, someone that's got a real desire in themselves, someone that's a bit full of their ego, and someone that thinks they're probably a little bit better than what they are. They do know things. They are maybe nice on the eye. They're not perfect, and their attitude or their presentation of how they bring themselves across, it don't impress you much. They just come across as a bit of a kitten, we'll say. A bit of not a lion, it's more of a puss. Yeah. It's not coming across real brave, and it's coming across dainty and a bit of a, yeah. So I think if Pisces is being met with someone that's trying to come across a bit lush and a bit full of self, they're just going to come off, yeah, a bit not the way they expected to. So if anyone's trying to hit on a Pisces this week, they might want to keep that in mind. It's not going to press them much. The next sign in line will be Capricorn. So Capricorns, let's see what your week is. The Capricorns are having a good week. Capricorn placements can always be a little bit tricky, I find. Even though as a rising sign it's not too bad, but I reckon a Capricorn moon would be pretty hardcore, because that deals with some really heavy stuff, depending on what house as well that correlates to, especially if that's the 12th house. If you've got Capricorn moon and you've got it in your 12th house, we need to talk, because you know that's some serious stuff going on there. Queen of Wands wanted to come out for Capricorn. I'm going to keep that out. Well, this is all about creativeness and being a part of it all. Yes. Oh wow, unbelievable, Dan. That's crazy. Wow, it's amazing how it works, isn't it? I must admit. Oh, good Lord, and how is it amazing when that shit happens? Do you want to come back? All right, excuse me, I've got to fish the cards out of the ether. Well, out the ground, out the slate. Good Lord, she made us a mess. God, I only had 2 more signs or something like that to do before I, and she's already throwing the shit all around everywhere. She's getting messy. She's getting messy. So we had that Ace of Cups reverse actually come popping out like popping fresh, and just take out everything, including the kitchen sink, basically. So Capricorn, keep it clean, okay? You're having a bit of a week, just, keep your pants on. It's all right. No need to be doing all that jazz. So Capricorn, always remember, have a fresh undie every day for the week, just in case, because that was crazy. The 10 of Pentacles reverse is the underlying energy for Capricorn's week. Capricorn, we're not happy. Growth of monetary or housing is becoming a real issue. For some of you, I want to say the bubble's about to burst, and what I'm saying is the time to save whatever security you have within the home, or fixtures of deposits, or whatever you've got going on. It's time to save it before the bubble bursts is dramatically closing, or may have already closed. I feel like any ideas that you had in investment in certain things when you invested were good. With changes in climate and in line with the world's bullshit, it's not as viable, feasible, or affordable now for you. And we are being met with a real tough decision, because underneath that is the 2 of Swords, that we can't effing afford it. And it's really hard, I want to say, to tell Capricorn that they can't have something that they have saved, worked, or put money to all their life to have. It's like you told you can retire at 50, okay? And you've worked since the time you were 16 all your life, and you haven't worked an easy job. You didn't do office work, for example. You worked in mining, or you worked in, I don't know, trucker or transport, something that's, very grueling, hard, daily shit that you got to do. This wasn't office work typing. or clerical. This was hard yakka labour, physical. And now we don't retire till you're 70, so we just popped on 20 years on your extra. It's like, it really is a bit of a belting in the butt. And I feel like that's kind of what Capricorn's being met with this week. You're being told that you can't have it, you can't afford it, or it's never going to be attainable for you. And I feel like this is something that you have really wanted. This is something you have worked all your life for, or to be able to have, or to maintain, or to be able to own. And I feel like it's going to be a tough realization, because we start off the week, the 20th, the 21st, that Monday and Tuesday, with that Queen of Wands. This is wanting to invest in that desired thing that we want. We're gifting a lot, we're giving time to others, and we are very warm. We're being very, very nurturing, very mature, making the right decisions, doing all the right things, and being very creative, really bringing in the spark of invention to others, even when we're not doing much for ourselves. On the Wednesday and Thursday, the 22nd, 23rd, the Ace of Cups reverse. No, I don't actually remember what the poet said, to be honest. Yes, but that is very crazy, isn't it? Isn't it how it all works out? It's just, we always say it's a small world after all, but we just forget how damn small the pond can really be, to be honest. It may seem vast and full, but honestly, it really is a small world. Right? Honestly, the mind boggles. It really does. It really does. You know, I feel for you guys though, Capricorn. It is crazy, because when you come to Wednesday and Thursday, it's a realization that nothing is really bringing in a lot of love that you want it to right now. It's a realization that you've got everything in life that you want. Great friends, great family, great car, great house, great asset, but you don't have the one thing that you truly desire, and that thing is a connection or a love interest of a personal variety. Exactly, I do too. A cup of your own is what I want to say, Capricorn. You don't have a cup of your own to fill up. That's just yours. That's not like a your child or something like that, you know, something that's truly yours. Truly yours. And I feel like you're meeting that with some authoritative conviction. Because Cappy, Friday, Saturday, 24th, 25th, the Emperor is Aries Major Arcana. It is that thought, that force, that authoritative commander of all the lands and seas. This is getting shit done by any means necessary. This is the warrior. This is the soldier. This is, it gets it done. We keep our emotions locked down. That shit don't get in the way. We get it done. We manage. We master the issues here. We get results. We are the result. Think about an Aries placement, how forceful, how with their ferocity, with their furious fire energy of I want, I need, I have, I will. When you put that into a card of movement, of action, it is the action, baby. It is all that and more. It's the master. He knows the chess pieces. He is the chessboard. He is all-knowing. He will kick your ass. He will win it. But rounding out the week for Capricorn, I don't feel that it's going to really build much in the way of the Pentacle though for you. Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, rounding out the week to the 28th, the Nine of Pentacle reverse. Oh, what's he? Oh, lovely. I haven't read poetry in a very long time, I must admit. I used to love poetry. I used to try and dabble in writing it a little bit in my early 20s and shit, like when I had time and inspirational creativity stuff in the brain. When she had whatever you call that, ideals, hopes and dreams of poetry, istic natures. But yes, I used to read a lot of poetry. I haven't done that in quite some time actually. I must get back into that. It is lovely. It is lovely poetry, especially with the lovely old English, I must admit. It's beautiful. It's, yeah, unheard of nowadays. It's quite sad. But Capricorn, you can be emperoristic all you want. You can be poetic maybe all you want with your words. but it's not going to save your monetary means or your bank balance right now. There is a sense of maybe needing to sell off asset very fast, or maybe depleting of materialistic growth, investment and crap. De-hoard your shit, basically, Capricorn. It's time to de-hoard your shit. It's time to put it on Marketplace, eBay, sell it at the garage sale kind of thing. But I feel like there's a depletion of asset and or materialistic growth here. And I feel like it's a lesson that you're learning here in some way. Where does your real happiness come from? Is it around all these materialistic treasures that you hold in such high regard? Or is it your nan that you call every Sunday religiously at 12 o'clock to hear an hour of her talking without her teeth in, which you can't understand, but you would never give up that hour for anything else? Is it your teacher or uni professor or whatever that you come across? Or is it your mother that, even though she's getting older in years, still every time she sees you calls you love? Or, pet name of whatever she calls you. It's the simple things in life is what I'm getting at. The simple things that derive the most happiness. So what is all this other crap really to you? Is it real happiness, or is it just hoarding space until you realize it's not actually what's bringing happiness at all along? Sell it, Capricorn, sell it and make a buck. Stuff it and then go down the pub, have a counter meal. Much more plentiful. That's my advice. Redsky says you've got to sell that shit. Final sign, Aquarius. Why not? Why not? Why not? We all got to do a garage sale once in a while. Why not? To Aquarius now. You never know. Why not? Final sign for the week. Thank you everyone for joining me. To beautiful Melissa, to Dan, and to everyone else that will be watching it on the replay once it's all done and dusted. And as I said, mad shout out to CJ. We wish her much recovery during this period as well. We hope all the best for her healing during this time after her surgery, as well as a mad congratulations also to Julia D on the expected baby that is coming, as well as the impending wedding on May month. So congratulations on both fronts there to Julia D, as well as we wish CJ, of course, all that healing and love for her recovery after her operation. Aquarius, final sign for the week. Let's kick that off. Oh, you're gonna be a difficult water bearer, aren't we? Oh, yes, we are. Well, it's not your fault. I guess it's what you're faced with. And you're faced with some problems this week, Aquarius. It's a dark and dreary. It's a hard one. Underlying energy for Aquarius this week, 20th to 28th, is the Five of Swords reverse. We're not winning it. The battle, the victory that we wanted so bad, the winning sword in it, we're not getting it. We're getting dejected. We are being egg on face, maybe a bit embarrassed, I want to say, but very much pride being stricken, a real blow here. We banked on our words to be our weapon, and our words faltered big time. We fell on our own sword. We committed a hurry in some way here. We did the act, and now I feel we've got to save some redemption here for self. I have been well. I have been busy. I've had sick kids, unfortunately. So, yeah. But I've been well. I've been really, really good. I've been trying to take it easy. I had a day where the car was acting a little fickle. And then I realised, cars don't run on love. They need coolant and petrol. So when I realised there was no coolant in it, that did help with the overheating problem. So that was a bit of a bonus. And now I know how to do that. So I'm a lazy bitch. I'll be honest. It's not the fact that I don't know how to do it. I can't be bothered. And I'm lazy and busy, and I always I'll do it the next time I run it, because of course coolant is one of those things you can't check or do when of course the motor's hot. Otherwise you can third degree burn yourself. I'm not an idiot. So this is something that I can't do when I'm running the car. So, you know, there's only a slight opportunity to do these things, like the beginning of the day when it's, you know, before you start your nonsense. And my nonsense starts pretty thick and furious at the beginning of it. So I forget these things, and then I nearly cook my stuff. So, you know. Oh, but other than that, she's doing really, really good. And I'm heaps glad I didn't, like, you know, bust a head gasket and cook an egg on it. So it's been a really good week for Red. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. But I hope you're doing well, definitely. It's been a week of everything this week, I must admit. It's been an absolute flogging from all directions, as I say. Exactly, the glass half full spin, and I suggest everyone this week especially should just do it. No matter how thick of the mud we're going through and treading through this week, or how bad it may seem, just do the glass half full spill and spin on it, because it will at least feel a bit better when you're going through the thick of it. That's my advice to all of the signs, honestly. It works. And when it doesn't, at least it makes the medicine go down a little bit easier. Monday and Tuesday, the 20th and 21st, for our final sign Aquarius, is the wheel reverse. Fortune ain't favouring us, I'm afraid, my dear Aquarius. In fact, fortune is on its head. There is a sense of, I hate saying it, but, you know, we're cursed. You're not cursed. No one's cursed. No one is cursed. But you're having a bad run of it, okay? You may feel that, you know, people aren't favouring you well, the gods aren't looking upon you well, or the stars aren't aligning up for you. I'm here to tell you it's not that bad. It's just a little sequence of events, like lickety-splits, snitch, I don't know. But it's that series of bad events that just, whoops, it happened. It's just the sequence of it. It's not going to go beyond the point of what it needs to. It will run its course. It's just a sense of having some real bad odds. And I wouldn't suggest you go the gamble or do anything like meticulous like that, because that won't favour you well either, and you'll probably lose a lot more than what you would have wanted. It won't go well. Wednesday, Thursday, the 22nd, 23rd. And you may get a little bit bitter. King of Swords reverse, Aquarius. Don't be malicious with your language, with your communication. Words are weapons. Remember that. And we may feel like we are losing a lot of battles here, feel a bit embarrassed, a little egg in face. But don't go ripping out people's jugulars, because you're having a manic day of real magnitude. Manipulation is never a good tack to use, whether you are in the right and have a good point or not. It's underhanded, it's not effective, and it is quite vile of behaviour. I'm telling you off now a little bit, but it won't be perceived well, is what I'm trying to get at. You won't have the desired outcome. You will look malicious, you will look vile. People won't respond well to it, whether you will deal a dirty hand or not. It's the way you're behaving in response that's getting people's objection towards it. And it may cost you some money for this mistake, I want to say, for some reason, because Friday and Saturday, the 24th, 25th, we have the Four of Pentacles reverse. I feel like because of this word of mouth or this choice language, for example, you might actually be fined or penalised. You may have to pay a amount or a payment due to your underhanded words, diskindness, ill remark. Maybe you slanderized someone in paper or print or something. You've done something, and it's all to do with your language, communication, or how you've articulated some sort of information. And it's going to lead to some sort of payment needing to be produced because you've done something wrong. It's some sort of a fine, perhaps. But I'm seeing it's not going to hurt you much. You're just going to, you know, if that's the case, you'll pay it and you'll just move along quite swiftly and be done with it and, you know, away with that. Because Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, the 26th, 27th and 28th, rounding out the week for Aquarius, Page of Wands. This is bringing in that bright colour that we do love from the Aquarius. You're going to get back into a place of shit happens, now let's move on from it. Glass half full mentality. And we're going to pick up our swizzle stick, our baton, or our soccer ball, or, musical instrumental. Pick up that pen and paper, do some journaling, or maybe get a good book of an old poet that you haven't seen since uni day or so. And get in touch with something that you haven't done for a long time, since you were a juvenile or since you were an adolescent, that brought in a lot of creativity, joy, and growth within yourself. It made you want to learn and grow. It made you want to know. And it made you have fun, whether you want to admit it or not. And I feel like that's what you need, Aquarius. You've been dealing with some bad luck, some bad shit, and maybe some penalization because of that. And it's not worked out so good for you. But let's end the week on a mad, happy note of glass half full mentality, like Dan and Red said. And get out your swizzle stick and stir it. Get out and dance like nobody is watching. And enjoy it. Life is to be lived, not to left to be lingered. And that would be my best advice for all of the signs this week. Enjoy what's there to be had. Enjoy the fruits of the festivities while the festivities are still fruitful. Well, my darlings, that's it from me for another week. I hope you have a lovely week, regardless of what the cards say. You make it your own, you have your own free will, and positivity is always the best perspective to come from. A little pinch of pie from me. Well, I'm going to love yous and leave yous, my darlings. Thank you so much to Melissa for joining me, and to the lovely Dan. Mad shout outs, as I said before, dear notes to CJ, to Pisces Love 5 as well, and to Julia D, and to all of my beautiful friends and family here with me at Redsky Righteous Readings, where we do raw, righteous real readings. And I hope to see yous around in chats in other forums and readers out there. And I hope to see yous all next week when we do it all again and go through all 12 signs to see what's coming in for the week ahead. As we're very much near the end of March now, next week's weekly will be traveling into April energy. So, wow, how do we all feel about that? I feel very festive as we head into Easter. I feel it's going to be good. I can't wait. Well, I'm going to love you and leave you as we're about to hit the 6:30 a.m. mark here in Oz. I better have that hot cup of Jojo. So coffee for Red, and enjoy your day, evening, or wherever you are, what time of day you guys have got over there. Thank you so much, Melissa. Thank you, Dan, and thank you everyone for joining me. Till next time, take care. Bye all.